This is Outdated, and welcome back to Mass Effect. And we have just finished Feros. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk to these.
You saved most of the infected. It'll take time to recover from the physical effects, but they'll be all right. Thank you.
It'll be tough going, but we'll make this a home.
It's nice to finally get the support we deserve.
Start over. What else can we do?
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
I haven't found your workstation or data yet.
Just keep it in mind while you're out there. Good
Alright, so there's still side missions I can do here. Matter of fact, it's got some stuff it's sending me here. What's it wanting me to do? Is this it?
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again. The only thing I can say for that plant is it made me forget how hungry I am.
Huh. Alright, it's saying there's something here, but I'm not seeing it.
I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back.
Thank you for everything you tried to do here.
Free. I can't believe I'm free.
Okay, we did a good job freeing people. We're just not finding what it's sending us to find. Now let's go around this way. Alright, so my intention was to go back to the ship. And, resolve talking to the crew. But it seems like this is giving me other stuff.
Finally, the damn thing is out of my head. I can think without pain. I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
Take a look at these.
I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for?
I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money. It's all yours.
Okay, thanks for the loot.
Power cells into place, I'll have this colony up and running in no time.
Alright, good. That's one. What about this one?
I can think without pain. Thank you. You've given us a second chance. It's nice to have more mundane worries, like getting that water flowing again.
Water's
The
on.
water's back on again.
Really? I'll need to get the relays going then.
Okay, that one's done. We just leveled up again. Nicely done. Alright, is that it? Did I just get another achievement? What's that? Krogan Ally. Complete 5 missions with a Krogan squad member. I think I've pretty much done the Asari and Krogan at this point. Because it's just each time you finish a mission. So the only thing I have left is... Was it somebody in here? Alright, this guy's still asking me to find something. So what is in here? Let's see if I can get to this one. I believe it's going to be above us somewhere. That's probably what it is. No. So I'm not even sure I can get back to the ship quite yet. There should be a way, I just don't know it off the top of my head. Let's go around this way. Let's head up. What he's looking for might be up here somewhere. I feel like I have definitely been here before. I have. Alright. Let's keep going up. Or not. Okay, I remember this area. I took on a bunch of Geth here. There was a Geth sniper right up there. A really well-placed sniper. And I don't remember if I kept going through here or not. Skill too low. Upgrade kit. Yes, I'll take that. Medical station. Skill too low. Is this something useful? No. Heal.
Patched up.
I don't really need my weapon right now. I've cleared that area. Let's go check the other way. I definitely feel like there's something we've missed. Let's just make sure there's nothing down this way. Okay, so I'm assuming with Thorian dead, all the husks are gone. Or the creepers, sorry. Okay, I know where we are here. This is where we activated the water stuff. We'll just dart through here real quick. Make sure there's nothing missing. So these quests can be pretty elaborate and elongated, as you can tell by the ones we've gone through. I'll check that hallway. I do remember coming through. I think it was the This is where we fought some Krogan, if I remember correctly. And there was something here and I blew it up. Okay. So nothing here. Wait a minute, what's it? It is showing me something on the marker. Let's see. No. This is what it was showing me, and I've already done it. Alright, okay, so we know this is taken care of. Let's run across this way. Is this doorway open? It does. I remember this as well. Okay, what's it telling me? Okay, there's nothing here. Let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna head across here. Just making sure none of these are actually a door that I could have missed. It doesn't look like it. That was that thing, so nothing there. Oh, wait a minute, I went the wrong way. Alright, so we're basically running around for nothing. I'm trying to figure out how I can get out of here. For now, let's head back here. Keep going this way. There was that guy down here that was like struggling to maintain control. Was he one of the dudes I talked about a minute ago, I wonder? Let's just go and see if I find anything. Okay, I did not go this way. Let's try it. That looks like a dead end to me. And it is. So does that. Also a dead end. And a dead end. Is this completely it? This is where I saw that guy, so yeah, I think this is it. Alright. We're gonna head back. This definitely didn't do the trick. And there are no fast travel points here. So I'm not exactly sure where to go to find what he's looking for. Let's go to journal. Find the console. I'm definitely not worried about perfection here. But I figure if I can stumble upon what he's looking for, I will take care of it. There was an elevator. Let's try Ed. I remember I was fighting, I think it was Geth Stalkers through here. We are closing in on the elevator. Honestly, if I can find this mission he wants done, great. If I can find the elevator and, and do something with that, great. And like, if it's time to go, I'm not that worried about the side mission. Because that would be a lot of time with me wandering around. Elevator to Prothean Sky. Let's do that. Is it not going to go? I don't think it's going to go. Alright, let's try it again. Let's jump back in again. No? Okay. Can't do that. So just coming out of it just ends it. Okay, got it. Alright, so now we just have to figure out how to leave. I think I've talked to everyone.
Free. I can't believe I'm
Yeah.
free.
Talk to them. That won't open. These are like little modular units. They can put rooms on it if they want to. Which, from the perspective of space travel, living on other planets, that actually makes sense.
I have my own thoughts again. Thank you, Commander.
Skill's too low for that. I'll have the right people with me. I think to finish this quest, I'm going to need Tally, probably. So for now, let's find our way out of here.
I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed of the damage done to the lives of these people.
Let's ask her about Sovereign.
Tell me more about this ship Siren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Siren believes he is unstoppable.
What else can you tell me about Siren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Siren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Siren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I'm grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
I do get that.
Farewell, Shiala.
Farewell, Commander. I wish you well in your hunt.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
I'm trying to figure out who to talk to get out of here. And if I remember playing this the first time, I had the exact same problem. I couldn't figure out how to leave. Just zip up here, make sure there's nothing. I want to say there was a console I was supposed to use, but there's only one console here, and it's not registering for me to use it.
It'll be tough going.
You saved most of the infected.
Okay, same stuff, no big deal.
Thanks, but they'll be all right. Thank you.
Talk to them. The ones that are just refugee, they're not going to be the ones to help me here. I am at quite the loss. This is where I went before. Is there another entry to something else that I can explore and figure out?
It will take time for things to get back to normal.
I'm sure it will. Let's go this way. Wait, is that a door? No. Alright, let's try this way. Oh, this is where I came in. Okay, that's how I leave. Alright. I think it is high time I do that. So let's do it. I forgot. You just walk back to the ship because the Normandy's right here. Alright, we are finished here. Let's go ahead and go in.
Stand by, shore party.
I am standing by.
Decontamination in progress.
So we have finished Feros. With the exception of one side quest that I'm not really sure where to go for that, and I don't know if it's
Commander,
worth it. Here.
you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
I was just brain probed. Alright, it's like if Cartman were playing this. That would be funny. Do a playthrough where you pretend to be Cartman. Obviously, you'd be Renegade the whole time. I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Go ahead.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Oh. This looks the same as the last one.
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so
Intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
Did you learn anything?
You must have seen something.
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Siren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
Oops.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Go ahead.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Feros report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Exogeny tried to study it. Look how that turned out.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Okay. Couple Paragon points there. We'll go ahead and move forward. I think this is a good time. Alright, it's wanting me to go to the galaxy map and go ahead and start doing see what Presley has to say.
Yes, Commander.
No, nothing really important to talk
Carry
about.
on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
My goal really is to get with the various crew members. So let's talk to Joker real quick. We haven't talked to Joker in a little bit.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
Okay, that
She's
was
the best ship in the fleet.
This is an example of the design at the time. That question could have been more related to what we'd gone through, but he's just doing the general response.
If you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
No, see ya. Alright, let's see, we're gonna go, because he isn't like a companion that follows me around. That's who I really need to talk to. So, before we move on anywhere else, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find folks to talk to. Downstairs. That's how we'll probably finish this episode and get into the next, is talking to people. Alright, there's Caden. Wait, let's check in here real quick. Personal manual. Oh, I totally missed this. Okay, let's see. Let's head over here to Dr. Chakwas' place. Hey, Doc.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Alright, nothing's changed there either.
Go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, now, here's one. Let's go talk to her.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Alright, this feels the same as well.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
And you are wrong.
I should go.
Okay, because that's the same stuff from before. So we may not have more dialogue with our crew until after we do the next mission. That's possible. Let's head downstairs and find out. That's a fast elevator, he says sarcastically. Yeah. See if Garrus has anything new to say.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Siren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Siren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
So this is actually a different conversation, so we're going to go ahead and keep on with this.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Thorian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Siren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Siren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
See, here's where it gets tricky. Because usually the answers up on the upper part are like more positive. The ones at the lower part are negative. But I actually agree with what Garrus is saying here under these circumstances. I'm going to go with exactly.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Okay, let's see. Talk to Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her? Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered
greatly, both with those that love me and alone.
For
always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, Climates Council's governments, and that is Tennyson, Alfred Lord Tennyson. I've always liked that one.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem.
It's one of mine.
Shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It's a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching though. So behave.
From the afterlife.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. It says so on the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Rex, and then Tally.
So, we've got Siren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Siren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew Siren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Siren recruited you?
I didn't know Siren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Siren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and talk to... Wait, that's the elevator. Alright, where's Tally? This way. Gotta talk to Tally and then we're gonna close this one out.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, There's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
But you're going back, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Siren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay, I did all that. Let's go there.
I should go.
Okay, good conversation.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Doesn't look like anything useful.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, and it looks like we've done what we need to here. So, I think this is where we're going to call this episode. Why is it showing me a quest marker? Alright. It is showing me a quest marker, and I'm not sure why, but I think what I'm going to do instead is we're going to call this episode. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And in our next episode, we will go ahead and move forward with our next mission. This has been Outdated, and I will see you next time on Mass Effect.